Sir, as a person who has a design background, is an artist and has researched on how learning experience affect a child growth, what is it that you think students lack when they graduate from design school?
Actually, what they lack is not just from design school, from any school, is that they are not grounded, they are not rooted. In fact, they are kind of damaged from the process of learning. So that's the main thing, because I think learning is basically means to create knowledge. But our whole schooling basically makes you to analyze second-hand information. So it's a damage throughout. Whether you learn from any school, it's the same damage.
Damage starts from the roots.
Absolutely. The moment you put a child, the moment a child is born into a educated family, the damage starts. You don't have to send them to school because the parents have turned home into school. Na? So, so right from home, damage begins. And schools multiplies it. That's what it happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a part of the advisory board,
Yeah.
how will you be contributing to AMD, sir?
Well, I feel that this routing is what needs to be done actually. So I would make the student realize the damage that schooling does, or any media does. Because you are actually meant to learn the real world. And other things are media to understand the real world. But our education stops us at the media itself.
Okay.
The world is disappearing after that.
Okay.
So what I would do is to help them to use their senses and get them to see the real world and use other things as a media to access that. So that would be what I try to do actually.
You want to start everything from zero.
Absolutely.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Next
Yeah.
question is, what will be your area of specialization here at AMD?
Well, I would like to get them right from the beginning. The first few days, maybe 2 weeks or so, if I am able to get them, I'll try and make them understand that, that how do they become rooted again. So, it's like a foundation to this whole thing, So I would like to get them to become children again, in the sense of reawakening their senses, all that has been destroyed by the school. That's what I would try to do actually. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I just got one more question for you, sir.
Yeah.
How will your experience and findings as a researcher help the students of AMD?
Well, it's the same thing actually. The findings is that how schools have damaged, and how actually one learns. This has been my research. How schools damages, and how our as a biological system, how do we actually learn? And this is a very rare research, because I don't think anybody has done this kind of a research, because all research is basically to understand how to teach children better and better. No attempt is done to understand how children learn actually.
Yes, sir.
So meaning, how do you use your senses, how do you become rooted to the context. So these kind of things is what I would try and that I'll use that research to get them to do that. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your wise words, sir. Thank you.
You.